Hi, it's Fionna Gossling from Royal LePage with a quick update as to what happened in Oakville real estate in the month of September. So I'm sure if you've been listening to the news at all, it says that the sky is falling. I do not think the sky is falling, but let's review the numbers and you can see exactly what's going on in Oakville. So I'll get rid of my face. And in September, we had 191 sales. That is more sales than we had in August. It is still not terrific. So definitely transactions are way, way down. It's consistent. Summer months are generally slower, and summer of 2022 was particularly slow, but we saw a slight improvement in September, and typically we do see an improvement going into the fall in real estate. So we had 191 sales, which is an increase month over month. We had a few more sales available, or properties available for sale. So we had 532 to choose from. And what this means is that if you are thinking about selling a house, you need to be very realistic as to what is happening in the market and price yourself accordingly. And when we get to the next screen, you'll see that that doesn't mean that now is a bad time to sell if that is what's in line with your needs. But what it does mean is that your pricing strategy has to be on point. We've got 2.8 months of inventory, and I'll break that down later on in terms of housing, townhouses, and condos. Average sale price is down a little bit month over month, but still up over July. So we saw a big rise in August in average sale price, and the average sale price is up to 1.535, and that's over all property types. And our days on market are down slightly. If you look at what's happening, this slide's a bit silly because we know that September 22 is a worse month than September 2021, when the market was really hot and really ramping up. There was no inventory and things were selling very quickly. So our number of sales, number of transactions are down by 37% year over year. Our active listings are up 134%. We know that there was nothing on the market in September 2021. There was only 227 properties to choose from versus our 532 properties. So no surprise there. That reflects a 250% increase in months of inventory, which is basically if no new inventory came to the market, how many months would it take to sell things out? In September 2021, that was less than a year, less than a month. And average sale price, though, this is the important part. The average sale price is still showing that it is up 3% year over year. So, if selling right now is the right move for you or your family, then you're still up 3% over what you would have got for your property in September 2021. Or if you bought in September 2021, your property should still be worth about 3% more. Now that does get broken down a little bit further in terms of detached townhouses and condos. So we'll get to that. And our days on market has increased 100%. So it's going to take twice as long to sell your house this year versus last September. Here's where it gets a little bit interesting. Or maybe more specific, depending on what it is you're trying to buy. We had 110 sales of detached homes. That's 2.9 months of inventory, which is creeping towards a balanced market. Everybody says this is a buyer's market now, and certainly if you look at everything on a whole, it is a buyer's market in terms of months of inventory. But 3 months of inventory is still kind of a balanced market, or said to be a balanced market. So if it's priced properly, it will sell, and that's what we're seeing in the market. What we won't see is if you are pricing your house in Southeast Oakville based on what your neighbor got in March, or actually anywhere in Canada based on what your neighbor got in March, you're not going to get it. So you need to be realistic about your price adjustments. So 2.9 months of inventory. The average sale price of a detached home in Oakville is 1.954. It's taking 27 days to sell on average. Average townhouse price is 1.121. That number has come down a little bit off the peak, but they're still selling very quickly, average 20 days. And then condos This is where we've got the most inventory. There's 3.4 months of inventory in condo sales, and the average sale price is $732,000. These graphs, I'm not going to go through them, but what I do break down here is the 3-year average. So the bars are the average sale price in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And then the dark blue line with the arrow is showing the median sale price in 2020, the median sale price in 2021, and the median sale price in 2022. So you can see that this September, our median sale price in detached homes is off what it was in September 2021, even though overall, all categories, the average sale price was up. That's kind of what that's showing. Same thing here for freehold properties, freehold townhomes, the condominium townhomes, and then condominium apartments. And this slide breaks down neighborhood average sale prices, days on market, number of transactions. And of course, real estate is a neighborhood-based thing. So what's happening in one neighborhood in terms of average sale prices is important to look at. If you had any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to know what's happening in your neighborhood, let me know. Happy to talk to you about that in a bit more detail. And of course, all of these graphs and slides can be found on my website at fionnagosling.com. Over to the right, it says market update, and everything historic is there as well. I hope that's useful. If you had any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out.